Let's listen to this real fast, shall we? This is just a great little meme made up by the Kook Club, who you should go ahead and follow.
No. I am not going to support a company that uses its customers as beta testers. How do you respond to that?
That terminology, beta tester, comes from the fact that when you launch so much product over a decade, you will always have something that didn't work exactly like you wanted to in the first go. Mm-hmm. That's it.
Yeah, you'll have things not exactly work the way you want them to in the first go. AKA the 320 or the Sig Cross or the original MCX or like 90% of the things. Sig has a habit of putting out bombs for guns. Which is funny because what's the new big one that just came out? The new Mech-Gar magazines from Glock, and apparently they're like barely working. We're having major issues, and I think David was talking about how those might what's the word? Completely replace like standard Glock magazines, and they're like barely working, which is the one thing you can say about regular Glock mags is that they do actually work. But
yeah,
the Sig Saga.
If anyone was able to make the mags work, it should be Mech-Gar.
You would think, right? And people have been wanting metal mags for a long time. 18 round standard flush fit capacity, like not particularly expensive. Like Mech-Gar's made good stuff.
Yeah, and in theory, they're great. You know, same price, competitively. Yeah. But
yeah, Steger just did a video on the magazines failing, and I think he talked about a police department. And they kept a full catalog of all the lists that they're having in terms of failures in like the first week of them being out. Not a great look.
And done. When you look at quality of Sig products, we measured by.
Bro, that's like my worst nightmare is just having the gun go off with "you've done nothing wrong." And it's now you have an extra little hole in your leg or somebody else's leg, you know? Worst end of your day ever.
I'd rather put a hole in myself than someone else.
Well, right, but either way, it's not even negligence. I mean, unless you consider owning a Sig 320 negligent.
At this point in time, I think courts would argue that.
Well, it's funny. I just saw the other day, who was it? Orion Training Group. They put out a statement after the most recent Sig 320 blow up, and they were like, hey, we don't allow these at our courses anymore. Like, you cannot take a Sig P320 to their classes.
Good for them. Good for them.
Yeah, and this is the Kook Club again. He's in chat right now. There is so much footage. I couldn't believe how many people. Yeah, I mean, that's the reason why Sig is paying out millions of dollars to certain individuals, right? Because there is an issue. They know that it's there. Oof. P320 appendix circumcision.
One day, we will have to dedicate part of a stream to just going through the images of blown up SIGs that people have posted in our Discord.
There's quite a lot of that. Quite a lot of that. We're kind of doing that with all right.
Military, by Marine Corps, by 80 countries around the world.
I remember this video where the cop is just talking like shots fired, and then the guy's like on the ground, and they're looking around for a minute, and it's like, nope, it was his own gun that went off and shot him inside the holster. And that guy's day is ruined. And, you know, however many weeks he's out, if he has any long-term damage from that, that's where I would be. Like, I'm not a litigious person. I don't want to sue anybody. Like, even if somebody like assaulted me or something, like, you know, maybe a settlement out of court or something like that, but I don't want to sue people. That's really lame. But a company like Sig or somebody else, like if I had long-term damage from something like this, that's where I'd be like, well, at least I'm getting paid for this.
That's generational money.
Yeah, no kidding. Yeah.
Top tier operators use SIG. U.S. military is a very hard client to make happy, whether it's a 320, 365, MCX,
I disagree,
suppressors, ammunition, optics.
Disagree with the Mr. Cohen of SIG?
Yeah, saying that the U.S. military is hard to please.
I mean,
You give them any decent product.
He might be, I mean, it's funny coming from Sig because they have so many different contracts, which I actually just finished up a video on the 6.8 by 51. That's going to be going up on the Wiki Arms channel tomorrow. So that's what I was doing before this stream, was finishing that up. But no, yeah, they have so many different contracts for so many different things. So I don't know if they're hard to please, but he seems to be pretty good at doing it, at least.
Well, there's a joke in there somewhere.
Yeah.
It's all in the hands of the best, and a third of law enforcement in America.
Wait. Well, a third of law enforcement for America right now. The other, what does that mean? Probably 50 to 60% is Glock, and then like 15% MNPs, and name the rest, right?
I have never ran into any officer in the wild wearing an MMP.
I'm trying to think if I've seen one. Not that I can recall, but I know that some places do run MNPs. But that's what I'm saying. It's got to be like 10% or less, and then like some police department somewhere has got to be running something else as well. But yeah. Tusk the Third says Sig is doing some cringe co-branding with skateboarders, dirt bikes, a jack car, etc. Pull up the site. No, I saw it all. I was on actually their YouTube channel. On their YouTube channel, they had Jack Carr out shooting their new MCX Spear LT thingamajig or whatnot. So no, they're good with that. They kind of do a little bit of everything in terms of their marketing strategy. They're really good with like celebrities. They're really good, obviously, with the military. They're not, I guess do they sponsor Practice Score? Is it Sig that sponsors Practice Score? So they're definitely into the competition world as well. They do a little bit of everything. Oh, can confirm Ann Arbor. They've been on MNP since forever. That kind of checks out. Yeah, staccatos, but even a staccato, like that's going to be like 5% or less. There are some departments out there running them, and maybe more with the HD that's coming out or out now, but that's going to still be a very small percentage compared to like Sig or Glock.
Well, I don't see if Sig is directly listed on Practice Score, but I do see that they still have USCCA listed.
Yeah, no, Practice Score, powered by Sig Sauer. It's right on their website.
Oh, yeah.
So, yep.
I see it.
They are definitely involved. Okay.